All right, well, welcome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We good with the microphone, Dan? Everything's good there? Okay. Just wanted to do a few housekeeping items here. Just what we're going to do is obviously I'll say a few words. Then Rich is going to come up and speak. We'll do a photo opportunity in between when I get finished. And then when Rich finishes up, obviously we'll open it up for any questions that we may have from the media for a few minutes as well, and have some more photo opportunities afterwards. So just wanted to do a little bit of that housekeeping there as well. So it's a great day. Really excited to be here today in front of all of you. Definitely want to take a minute to just thank a few people and also to introduce a few folks that are here as well. So really wanted to take a minute. Want to thank Michael Mendez. He's here. He was someone who was critical and really helped us in our search process. Gave us a lot of time. Gave us a lot of time out of his life. I'm sure you know that as well, right? We would speak quite often in the evenings, weekends, and he always answered the phone and was a part of all the interviews, and we're very grateful for that. Trustee Roger Tovar he was not able to be here today, but he was amazing. He gave us his time. He was a part of all of the interviews as well, and really can't thank him enough for his participation as well. And then I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Alex Kelly and Heath Glick, who gave me the past month, I believe, 3 to 4 weeks here, and really gave us a lot of time and did a lot of interviews and were a big part of our process. And also Dave Scott. I know Dave couldn't be here today either, but Dave was very helpful in the process for us as well. So really just wanted to go ahead and thank those individuals for getting to where we are today. So thank you all for that. Also wanted to take a quick second. I'm going to steal a little bit of Rich's thunder, but I know he'll do this as well. But just so everyone knows, Rich's wife, Natalie, is with us here today. So great to welcome her to the Panther family. So it's been great getting to know her a little bit here this morning as well. But now that the housekeeping's out of the way, it's a great day to be a Panther, and I could not be more excited to have the opportunity to introduce our new head baseball coach here today. We conducted a very thorough search, talked to a lot of people over the past few weeks, and bottom line is Rich just really separated himself from the rest. When we had a chance to interview him, every time we would talk to him again and again, we'd just walk away and say, wow, he's phenomenal. So he really separated himself. As you all have heard me say before, whenever I've talked about hiring coaches, my number one and our number one priority here is our student athletes. That's where it all starts. And as we do in every one of our coaching searches, we started with a team meeting. We wanted to talk to our current student athletes and ask them what they wanted us to look for, the characteristics they wanted us to look for in their next head coach. And the things that they talked about culture. They talked about winning. They talked a lot about development and structure. I think those go hand in hand, development and structure. And they also talked about energy. They wanted a coach that had a lot of energy. Those were the main takeaways that we had in our players' meetings. And I'm happy to say that Rich checked all those boxes in a big, big way. So he puts culture first. He's definitely a player's coach. And as he told us, he wants to build lasting, genuine relationships with his players. I really loved it. He shared a story he talked about, because he's a big recruiter as well, by the way. Recruiting is a huge piece to all of this, and Rich is a phenomenal recruiter. And he just talked about how special it is when he's getting to know young men, when he's out on the recruiting trail, and he's talking to them about their driver's license, right? They're getting their driver's license. And then he talked about how special it is to then have that young man come play baseball for him, and he gets to see them get their degree. So to be a part of those two, monumental times in their lives, just how valuable that is to him. You could just see his passion for young men. He's a winner, that is for sure. I made sure I double-checked the stats twice because the numbers are pretty incredible. As a player and a coach, he's been a part of 8 NCAA postseasons. So we'll just say regionals, but obviously he's participated in super regionals as well, but 8 different times. As a player and a coach, he's also won 10 conference championships. I think that's pretty incredible. So we certainly check that box there with him being a winner. When it comes to development and structure, Rich doesn't believe in a cookie cutter approach. He's a believer in processes and routines and believes those processes and those routines are what really help develop players. So we were very excited about what he talked about with player development as well. And then as for energy, I'll just let you all be the judge when you get a chance to meet Rich, because that is certainly not an issue with him, the energy. So with that, we just truly believe that we have a rising star, and it's an honor for me to formally introduce you to our next head baseball coach, Rich Witten. Congrats, man. Congrats. Let's get that jersey. You got the jersey? Yeah. We're going to do a few photo ops here in just a second. All right, come on over, Rory.
There we go.
There we go. Here, get in the middle. You get in the middle. Yeah. Let's hold that up. Here, let's slide this way just a little bit. There we go.
I owe somebody in the equipment room a favor.
Yeah.
That's quick work.
Awesome. Maybe just get, you want me and Rich?
Yeah.
Me and Rich?
Sorry.
Rory. Sorry. Scoot this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Scoot this way. Absolutely. Give us guidance. Any other photo ops we need to get right now? We can do some afterwards as well. Anything else? Okay. We're good? Okay. Awesome. Take it away, Coach.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're wondering,
Great minds.
if we're aligned, we're aligned in our suits and our shoe game as well. So we're in alignment already.
That's right. I'm going to start off by going a little bit off script, quite honestly, and so stay with me on this. But as I walked into the stadium this morning and came up to the third floor of this facility and have a chance to look out at this baseball stadium and drive around this campus, as we've gotten lost already, but I get a chance to see the area and see this facility, and I'm just absolutely rejuvenated with life and excitement to be able to take over this program. And so I have to get that out of the way, because I was overwhelmed with quite frankly, energy and emotion as I got to come up and see this facility and just gaze out over the field, and can't wait to get out there and get to work with the guys, and I'm just super thankful and excited to get going. Of course, now I'll get to the script. Okay, so I want to start off with some thank yous, of course. Okay, and that starts with Scott Carr. That he and I share a vision for where I think this program can go and what it needs in order to get there. Okay, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity and excited to get going. Thankful for Alex Kelly in the process. He's the assistant AD, sports supervisor for baseball. His support, communication has been outstanding and really made me feel comfortable and relaxed and excited to get going. Not to mention, makes one heck of a cup of Cuban coffee. So I'm thankful for that. Members of the board and alumni, I was overwhelmed with the passion and the energy that they have for this university and this program. It was overwhelming when I met with them, how much they care about the success of this program, about winning championships, and about getting the right guys in here, staff and players, and how we're going to develop them and how we're going to work to create the culture that these players want, that the fans want, that the alumni want. And when I met with them, it was so overwhelming and apparent that they believed in this place and they believed in the future of it. And so I'm very thankful for them as well. Of course, my wife, Natalie, who in her own right is a superstar professionally, but her support and love as a wife and a future mother has just truly changed my life and quite frankly made me a better person since the moment we met. So thank you for that. Thank you. I'd like to start off by thanking a few more coaches, quite frankly, because without a lot of coaches along the way, I wouldn't be here today. I still am great friends with the coaches I played for. When I made a decision in the recruiting process to go to Coastal Carolina, it was because of the people there. It was because of the fit, and that was what led me to that place and still holds a special place in my heart along with the coaches there. And I'd like to thank Gary Gilmore, Kevin Schnall, and the CCU family that provided me with a college experience that, quite frankly, set the tone for the rest of my career. I was addicted to college baseball at an early age. I fell in love with it, and I've only wanted to ever do this my entire life, and so I'd like to thank them as well. Terry Rooney, who gave me my first job in college baseball. He showed me how to run a program from the inside as a director of operations there. Jim Morris first introduced me to this wonderful city and got me hooked right away at a young age. Tom Reginas, gave me my first full-time coaching opportunity. He allowed me to get on the road, start recruiting, and become a hitting coach. Sean Stifler, first-time recruiting coordinator along with his staff, gave me the confidence and freedom to grow as a coach throughout my time there. Lucky to call these people bosses, lucky to call them friends, lucky to call them mentors, and I certainly want to thank them. If you were following along with some of those people that I thanked, you'll notice a lot of firsts, okay? Lucky for me, I don't believe in first. So being a first-time head coach does not worry me, okay? It does not stress me out, and I only have excitement. I don't believe in first. There will always be a first, okay? There will be a first practice. There will be a first team meeting. There will be a first game. There will be a first conference game. There will be a first championship here under this staff and under this team. There will always be a first, okay? What I believe in is skill and execution, okay? If we prepare the right way and we have the right people in place in order to make people be successful, that is what will overcome anybody having their first experience in any way, shape, or form. The question I've gotten asked continually is why FIU? Why FIU? Put simply, I believe this can be a premier college baseball program that will compete with anyone in the country. We have the resources, the stadium, we have technology, we have the ability to recruit high-end players both locally and the national brand to extend that anywhere in the country. There's no question that this program will be in the right direction, and it will be going in the right direction very, very soon. I love college baseball. My favorite part about this job, like Scott was talking about, was developing a relationship early on in the recruiting process. Do I love sitting at a dusty baseball game for 14 hours a day, 7 days in a row? I can't say that's my favorite part. But when you get to identify the right type of people and the right type of talent, start a relationship with them at a young age, see them through graduation, see them pour their heart out for 4 years into your program, and give their parents a hug as they're in tears on senior day while they get their degree, there's no better feeling in the world. And there's no other experience and no other job that can give you that gratitude and that humbleness that you'll have in developing the relationships, coaching these players, and seeing them on to professional baseball or to being a professional in life. When I talk about passion for this sport, it's exactly what I want our program to be known for. This program will be one of accountability and competitiveness. My number one core covenant is daily excellence, and that's in everything that we do. Daily excellence is how you do and how you attack every single rep that you're going to take that day. And not just a rep on the field, okay, but it's going to be a rep in the classroom, a rep in study hall, a rep in the weight room. When you have daily excellence, you separate every single individual rep into working on making that singular rep as high as possible rep as you can be. And when you build those reps together and you add those reps, you begin to build a foundation. And when you build a foundation, you always have something to come back on. You can always fall back on your foundation that you've built when you've put in the time, you've put in the work, and you've put in the focus. That's how development happens. When you build days together and you stack days together and they're quality days, you perform your routines, you have a high level of care about what you're doing, that's where development happens within the team. When we do this with full conviction, we do things the right way, we get the right people here with the right effort, the right attitude, and the right energy, the hits will come, the strikeouts will come, and the wins and the championships will certainly come. We have to be a process-oriented group. If baseball will teach you anything, it's how to deal with failure. That's why it's my favorite sport in the world, because it teaches you how to deal with life. It's a bigger sport than baseball, okay? Because we've talked about it a lot in our game. The most successful people in this game will have success 3 out of 10 times, maybe 4 out of 10 times. So when you learn to deal with failure and you learn how to overcome adversity, and you learn how to overcome obstacles, that is a huge part of becoming a better baseball player, a better person, and preparing you for life as well. This will certainly be a team of overcoming obstacles. When people ask about culture, okay, I'll tell you one thing. It's a hard thing to explain, but it's an easy thing to spot. And if you want to know if our team will have culture or not, I invite you to come watch a practice. Come watch how our guys work in the weight room. Come watch how our guys focus in study hall. Come watch how our guys interact with people in the community, the alumni, the fans, the people that matter most to this program. Watch how the culture is built in daily excellence. When it comes to building the staff, every coach that I've talked to so far, the number one thing I've told them I'm looking for is great people. Because I believe if you have great people, everything else will fall into place. And when we hire great people with good character, who care about the players, and have a premium ability to develop them into the next level of their game, those will be the coaches that we need on our staff in order to help push us to the next level. Recruits, get ready. Okay, FIU's coming for you. I can promise you that. In the recruiting process, this will be in depth. We will not make quick phone calls. We will not pressure you with decisions right away. We will develop a relationship with you. We will develop a relationship with your family. We will show you what FIU has to offer. This is one of those special places that I believe only a certain number of people in this country know how special it will feel when you step on this campus. When you get to see this campus and you get to see this facility and you get to meet the people, there will be nothing that rivals that. And so getting recruits on the phone, talking to them extensively, and getting them here on campus to show them what we can provide them with is going to be crucial to our recruiting process. Everything that you can do as a recruit that you want to accomplish can be done here. And I will show them that. Everything that you want to accomplish. If you want to develop and become a better baseball player, you will. If you want to win championships, you will. If you want to have the opportunity to play pro ball, you will. If you want to build lifelong friendships and relationships, and one day when you're older and you're getting married, you're going to have one of your teammates be in your wedding party. And you're going to remember the times that you had here at FIU, and you're going to appreciate it, you're going to laugh about it, and you're going to love each other. When I first had the opportunity to talk to the team, I was extremely excited. Very first thing I told them, I'm excited to be announced as your head coach, but I want to make it very clear. This is not my program. This is your program. This is the players' program. This is their families' program. All of the alumni, it is their program. All of the people that will be coming in the future to wear the blue and gold, it will be their program. It's the fans' program. It's everyone in this room's program. It's the community's program. It belongs to everyone else who loves FIU. It will not be our program. But I will want to be the one who provides them the college experience and the baseball program that they want to be a part of. I want to be here as a resource and a facilitator to them. These are the people that I want to make proud. Thank you very much for coming today. Go Panthers. Thank you. Thank you, John.
And if there's any questions, we can take those questions now, please.
Hey, Liam. Thank you. The two biggest qualities I'm looking for right now in assistant coaches are those that have the ability to recruit at the highest level and develop at the highest level. I want to take care of everything else behind the scenes so that they don't have to, so that they're put in a position where they can be elite recruiters and elite talent developers. So those guys, along with myself being on the road, will have a huge part in identifying the talent first of all. And the talent in the recruiting process is going to come from a lot of different places. It's going to come from high school kids. It's going to come from great junior college programs in the state and nationwide. And it's going to come from the transfer portal when we need to. So it'll start with an identification process. We'll move into the relationship building, and we'll start into asking what their goals are, okay? One of the things that's really important to me is when I talk to a recruit, I want to know what their goals are. And when I ask them what their goals are, if their number one goal is to get drafted, I'll be honest with you, that's not the guy for us. If he answers me the question and he says that I want to win a championship first and foremost, and as I develop and get better, then I want to become a professional baseball player, those are the guys that we're looking for. And so we'll go through a thorough identification process, we'll build relationships, and we'll make sure that talent is never sacrificed, but we also get the right people here.
What do you want to say to the new fans that this is the place to be instead of going to Coral Gables?
This is the place to be because FIU Even though Miami may have the branding in Coral Gables, there are more FIU graduates running around this area than any other school in the area. And when it comes to that, the alumni, the supporters, and the fans, I think we can draw those people back to FIU. And that's the route and the avenue I want to take, in getting them involved in the program. And first of all, putting a product on the field that they're very excited about, and they love watching our team play, okay? I want them to congratulate me on a win after we get done playing these games. But what would mean more to me is when we come up and after the game they congratulate me on the win, but they also say, man, I loved how your team played. That was awesome. It was a lot of fun to watch you guys play, and that's what will get them out here. Yeah, keep them coming. There's no question. There's no question. I think as you're a young coach and as you develop through the rankings, I think you always want to separate or surround yourself with great people and great coaches and great mentors. And when you've come from schools like Coastal Carolina and VCU, you're surrounded with people like that. You're surrounded with great mentors, you're surrounded with great people, and you're surrounded with great friends. And as you develop as a coach on a personal level, you want to learn how people do things the right way, how people operate at a high level. And so your background in winning, your background in culture, and your background on how you want a program to come is eventually how you're going to run your own program one day when you're fortunate enough to do it. And so I'm very fortunate to have come from those places. I know they feel the exact same way. And so I think that can certainly be a common denominator when you come up through winning programs with tradition, with culture, and how you're going to do everything and when you have the opportunity.
Are we going to see new starters on the field next year to set the tone for the first game, the first season?
Are we going to see what? I'm sorry?
New starters.
Yeah, the new starters. When we make a starting lineup, okay, it will not be the best 9 players, okay? It will be the 9 best. And when I say that, I mean I'm not looking for the 9 most individually talented players. It will be whatever 9 players can play together that will give us the best chance to win. And so when it comes to putting out that starting lineup, I don't care if it's a freshman, a fifth-year senior, or someone who's transferring in at the end of the summer 2 weeks before school starts. The best players will play. The players that have earned it through their work in the year will play, and I can promise you there are great players left that we can still improve the roster this year. There's a lot of young talent on the team that with the right program development and the right work and the right attitudes, they will show big improvements in a small amount of time. So I'm excited about the product that we're going to put out there very quickly. Thank you for the question. That's it? Yeah. All right.
So one real quickly, I need to have something I can step on because I'm not very tall, but one other special guest that's with us here today, I just wanted to make sure I recognize is our interim president, Dr. Ken Jessel's with us as well today. So thank you, Dr. Jessel, for being here. And with that, really appreciate it. I think we are going to do a few pictures. Want to make sure we get Natalie up here with Rich to do a few pictures for whoever needs to get those. And with that, just want to thank everybody for coming out today. Again, we're really excited about where FIU baseball is headed. So thank you so much.